Folks, it's April 7th, 2024. I'm in Norwich, Connecticut right now. I'm going to take a ride to the Lebanon Green area. Right now I'm on Stott Avenue in Norwich, which is right near the Dodd Stadium compound. I'm going to take a spin in there just for a second, just so I can grab this on video. Lefty Dugas Drive. All right, there's Senator Thomas J. Dodd Memorial Stadium directly in front of us. I mean, this is just, again, I'm going to the Lebanon Green, and there is a gigantic parking lot here, and I'm going to spin around a little bit and point this thing. Let's see. Well, you can see the scoreboard in the background, and just for laughs, let me drive right up to the fence here to take a look inside the stadium. I don't know. It's maybe a minor glimpse. All right, let's take a swing down here. Just get a few views of this stadium before we head to the Lebanon Green area. It's kind of a side view right there. Another parking lot over there. There is tons of parking up here. I may as well go right smack up to this thing. All right, there's your entrance, the gates, the Captain's Club season ticket members entrance. The Sea Unicorns, that's the name of the team currently. Used to be the Navigators. They ran through a few iterations over the years, but all right, we did that. That's just kind of a little bonus footage there. But we're going to head over to Lebanon. Now there's a bunch of businesses. This is the Norwich Industrial Park. All right, back onto Stott Avenue. Dominion Energy to my left. There's tons of business. What is this? Peter Mineri Heating and Cooling, and I couldn't read it, but the sign back there to my right. Easter Seals to my left. There's just too many businesses to mention. Norwich Beverage Company to my right. Connecticut Municipal Electric Energy Corporation back there to my left. There's stuff all over the place. National Guard. When I turn right there, National Guard trains out of that. Connecticut Army National Guard, Norwich Armory back there. Big gigantic buildings all over the place up here that house all sorts of industrial, what's back there, insulation. Up here is Prime Electric, huge warehouse style structures and buildings all over the place. I have actually comprehensive coverage of drive I did around this industrial park on my YouTube channel right now if you want to take a look at it, if you're interested. Very overcast day today. Complete cloud cover at the moment. Wow, Franklin Town Line. I think I just crossed from Norwich into Franklin, Connecticut. Yeah, we're on New Park Avenue right now. It's kind of a big windy hill. It's a Sunday, it's 2 p.m. Orthopedic Partners to my right, formerly Norwich Orthopedic Group, established 1957. All right, this hill gets even steeper. There's a pretty good view off in the distance. If it doesn't rain, which it's not forecast to rain, but it certainly feels like it could rain, this is perfect video, videography, recording, cinematography, or photography, anything. I mean, it's just a nice soft light. Just what I want when I do these videos. All right, Subaru garage on my left, and I don't know what on my right. I don't see a sign, but a lot of large trucks. What does that say? Allegiance Trucks, Franklin, Connecticut. So we are definitely in Franklin. There's no question about that. We're going to get off New Park Avenue. I'm on Route 32, but I'm not going to be on Route 32 for too long. I'm going to get right off it. Got to be careful. A lot of big giant trucks around here. Okay. Gulf gas station to my right. All right, now we're on Lebanon Road. It's a sign. Okay, what is that? I just went over a little stream with a very long name, which I did not catch. Two signs back there that said Lebanon, Connecticut, and Columbia, Connecticut, straight ahead. Speed limit on this road is 40 miles an hour. Okay, we're going to cross from Franklin into Bozrah right now. We're in Bozrah, Connecticut. As I continue down Lebanon Road, this is not very familiar territory for me. Okay, wait a minute. We're in Bozrah. We're going back into Franklin right now. We're back in Franklin, according to that sign back there. Again, these roads, I don't live in this, I don't live in Lebanon or Franklin, but I've been up here once or twice, but it's not Norwich. I live in Norwich, and I'm very familiar with pretty much every street in the city of Norwich. So I'm hoping for some nice views of really the Lebanon Green. That's kind of my goal, but any other footage we gather today and capture, it's a bonus. Very windy day today. There's a lot of really old houses. There's obviously new construction all over the place, but frequently I come across houses from the early 1800s, 1700s up in this area. The speed limit increased to 50 miles per hour right now on this Lebanon Road. Got to keep my eyes open for people riding horses up here. There's a sign back there that indicates that. There's a nice barn to my left. A lot of farmland out here. There's a horse back there, a beautiful white horse. Let's take a cruise. Take a look and see what we got up ahead of us here. I got a feeling it's going to be really beautiful. It's a nice farm to my right. Now that's a street. What is the name of that? Rindy Road. I got to remember that because there's a really good view from the top of the hill up there. Beautiful house to my left. That's old. Let me see if I can read the... I couldn't make out the date on that home. A lot of them have plaques on the front indicating the year built. Nice drive out in the country. Wide open spaces up here in this section of Franklin, Connecticut, assuming I'm in Franklin. I haven't seen anything otherwise changing my mind on that. I'm definitely heading to Lebanon. Speed limit just went from 50 to 40. So yeah, the road narrows a little bit up here. Farmland, tons and acres and acres and acres of farmland to my left and right. We're way up on a hill right now. Still on Lebanon Road. Nice silos over there to my right. It's just a beautiful area. There's no getting around it. Nice weekend drive in the country. It's a nice barn down there. I'd like to take a ride just to point this thing at it, but I'm gonna try to do that just to get a look at that barn, just for right there. That's real nice. They have a good view. Way off in the distance. I mean, it's really incredible. They sell eggs here, $4 a dozen. Hay for sale. I'll make little pit stops if I can pull it off, but you know, that means I have to drive on private property sometimes, and I don't like doing that. Lebanon, Connecticut, incorporated 1700. Boom, we just entered Lebanon. More massive cornfields, or what will be cornfields, back there to my left. Wow, I see a belted cow straight ahead. I think some llamas down there, maybe alpacas. Blue Iris Farm to my left. There's just one belted cow. There's goats and a variety of farm animals out there at that farm. I am on Trumbull Highway right now. They have signs. I mean, you know you're in the country when they got a sign, tractor crossing. Yep, again, both sides, wide open spaces, acres and acres and acres of cornfields and all kind of vegetables, and another beautiful barn to my right. I don't know if you can catch it. Man, I wish if this lens is wide enough. I hope you can see that now. I don't know. I'd love to drive down there and get a look at it, but it's private property. I don't think it's a good idea for me to drive on private property. I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. More cornfields to my right. Man, the views up here we're way up on this, I don't know the name of this hill, but we're up at a pretty decent elevation. Alba Tree Farm back there. ALBA. Alba Tree Farm back on my right. There's a sign on the left. What does that say? Pride's Corner Farms. Oof. God, I gotta take a ride around. Well, let's do the green. Lebanon Green, and then we'll come back and try to cover some other really cool looking barns and colonial houses. They're all over the place up here. Kind of a small pond out there to my right. All right, we're in Lebanon, but we're crossing into Lebanon again. There's a sign that says Lebanon back there. Unless I quickly went into another town, I don't know. Lebanon Veterinary Hospital to my right back there. That's beautiful view of that church. We're right in the area of that Lebanon Green. There's another little green to my left with, I believe, a library. Town hall, Lebanon Town Hall. There's a library up here. Right there, Jonathan Trumbull Library to my left. I'll try to do full comprehensive coverage of this Lebanon Green. Right now I'm just going to drive around the entire green. There's a museum to my right, Lebanon Historical Society, Jennifer Emerson performed. I'm trying to read signs. I can't grasp everything. There's a war office on the grounds of near the Lebanon Green. There's also a walking path all the way around the green. It's a huge green. Beautiful place to either go for a walk or run, jog. Jonathan Trumbull House Museum to my right back there. More stunningly beautiful older colonial homes, federal style, all different styles. If I kept going, let's see, right I would hit Willimantic, left I would go to Columbia. But I am not doing that. Right now I'm going to take a ride around the green. Lebanon Baptist Church, that is absolutely beautiful. Can I back up? I mean, I'm backing up down a main road, folks. That's probably not the greatest idea in the world, but I got to get a shot of that Lebanon right there. Lebanon Baptist Church. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. If you've never been to the Lebanon Green area and you live around eastern Connecticut, or anywhere for that matter, I highly recommend coming down here, parking, getting out of the car, and taking a walk around the green just to see all the beautiful homes, colonial homes and buildings and churches and museums and everything. St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Church. I'll take a drive down there. All right, this is a more modern. It appears to be more modern. I mean, I don't know when it was built, but I mean, it is a beautiful church. All right, you'll be able to look straight across the green off into the distance there. I believe that's another. It could be a museum or a private residence, but I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. Absolutely, positively incredible looking homes around here. I was going to pull in its private residences, just some great barns. I got to get up here with you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come up here with either a stills camera or a video camera, and walk around and shoot some video. I got to get this, I got to get more coverage of a lot of these houses are set way back, and I might not be picking them up on this video. There's a vineyard here. What is this? Independence Vineyard. Very small vineyard. Okay, War Office to my right. 1775 to 1783. All kind of historic buildings. Every which way you look. Anchor Farm. Wadsworth Stable. I mean, this place is loaded for bear. Everything is up here. Can I turn down here? What is this? Governor Jonathan Trumbull. This thing in front of me right here, this gorgeous home was built in 1740, I believe. To my right, you can see a nice, I don't know, stable, maybe. I don't know if I should be down here. I got to back out of here, I guess, but whatever. We got a glimpse. But I'm coming up here with I'm going to come up and do this on foot. I got to make a specific trip up here to cover this area better. Take my time, do a comprehensive walk around the green. Another, what appears to be church in front of me up there. All right, let me try to figure this situation out here. Let me get a few more angles on this. Now the sun's coming out. It's completely overcast, but the sun must be found its way through some clouds back there. what is it? Okay, we'll take a ride behind the library. The Jonathan Trumbull Public Library. Get a good view of that. Okay, there used to be parking behind. This place is changed or remodeled or, oh no, wait a minute. Okay, it leads. Okay. I wanted to back in and get a kind of a view of that. All right, there's the green from a super wide shot right there of the entire green. It's really huge. It really is. I mean, I don't know how far a walk around the green is, but it's probably a couple of miles anyways. I'm taking a wild guess. One rotation or revolution or walk or hike or run or jog or whatever you want to call it around that green, I'm guessing is 2 miles. I'm guessing. It's kind of a nice shot right there. You know, you got a camera mounted to the front center hood of your vehicle and you're driving around. You want to line up and try to get some, decent shots. That's what I'm trying to do. Look at those flowers. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they're daffodils, those yellow flowers directly in front of us. All right, I did a complete circle around the green. I'm going to do another. This sounds wild, but I'm going to do another. I'm here, so I'm going to do another rotation around that Lebanon Green, but I want to do this little section right here. Sign back there indicating Norwich is 12 miles away. Interesting. I'm just doing this so we can get different views of different really cool looking beautiful houses. All right, there's a different angle. There's a market over here. Market on the green to my left. Lebanon Green Market. All right, let's pull in here. Get a really nice shot of that. I say church. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a church. Directly in front of us. Right there. The sky is cooperating. A little blue sky through the clouds. See if there's a sign out there. First Congregational Church of Lebanon. All right. Now I'm just going to go in the reverse order of what I originally did when I first got here to the Lebanon Green, just for a different angle on things. I mean, if we're going to cover the green, we got to cover the green. We got to drive around this thing a few times. It's that vineyard again, the War Office. We get better views, better angles. Look at that, kind of there's one or two modern homes, newer construction in here. West Green Farm over there to my left. As I very slowly cruise around this beautiful area. Man, there's a barn. I'm coming back. I'm repeating myself. I'm coming back with my video camera to grab some on the ground, walking around footage of this location. Got so many photo ops and video, scenes that I could shoot up here that would be very interesting. There's that beautiful Lebanon Baptist church again. We already got a good shot of it, but we'll get another kind of a side view when I turn here. Right there. People walking around Lebanon Green right now. All right, this is Jonathan Trumbull House Museum back there. That pretty much covers the Lebanon Green. I think twice around is more than adequate in both directions. We're covered. Now, got a lot of choices. I can go left, I can go right. But I'm going to trace my way back a little bit. There's a couple of things up here I want to take a look at. Hopefully. Actually, this Lebanon Veterinary Hospital, it's also an urgent care facility, is a really nice building. Beautiful. I mean, look at that house right there. And then the actual veterinary hospital is straight in front of us right there. That beautiful structure. Lebanon Veterinary Hospital. All right, I'm glad I got that in. Let's see, I'm reading a sign. Birthplace of William A. Buckingham, 1804 to 1875, Connecticut governor during the Civil War. That house back there, Governor Buckingham used to live in that home. That's interesting. All right, let's see what kind of footage. Okay, what is this? This looks pretty cool. Goshen Hill Road Resident Trooper card show. This isn't the street I was thinking about. I'm gonna turn around. There's some really beautiful stuff up ahead to look at. But I'll turn around right here. Fire Marshal Cemetery Sexton right here in this do not enter signs and all kind of stuff. I'm sure I'm violating something back there, but it was only 1 second. 1 second of my turning ratio over there, but I'll see if I was really, really gutsy, I'd take that dirt road up ahead of us. But again, it's private property. I can't do that. Back on Trumbull Highway in the opposite direction. And I got my eyes peeled for some of these really cool looking big barns and buildings that I was looking at earlier. If I can pull it off. I mean, it's, could be tricky. Me pointing this camera. All right, what is this up here? Pride's Corner Farm, main office, shipping and receiving. Okay, this is one of the ones I wanted to catch. Right there, look at that thing. I mean, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to get back on the main road, but that's pretty cool. Able Acres Farm. Hay for sale. This is Waterman Road, by the way. I'm going to turn around right here. Wait a minute. Maybe here. Another dirt road. I'd love to just drive down there and see what's up, but it's private property. I can't do it. Just cannot do it. Cornfield on my left. Several acres, part of that farm. All right, this is another beautiful farm. There's a couple of barn with a couple of silos right there slightly to the right. I'm going to linger here just for a second. I got a guy on my tail, but let's pull in here. That's how nice this thing is. Right there. Let's lock in. All right. Okay, I'm going to turn around, make a full U-turn here. There's people on this road. Actually, we get another view of that barn off in the distance. All right, we're doing what I wanted to do, honing in on some of these really incredible looking structures up here. All right, what is this? Grover's. I'm not going to pull in there. That's not. Okay, well, to my left we have another beautiful scene. The one back there was just not appropriate for me to get down there. It's private property, and there's people working down there, here comes a guy with a car, and there's a camera on the front of it. So yeah, they might think this is a little bit unusual. As I slowly cruise down here, keeping my eyes open for other awesome barns and views, landscape scenarios that present themselves to me. As we roll down Trumbull Highway. At 2:35 p.m. on a Sunday. Beautiful windy road. Again, there's that farm with all the belted cows and goats and sheep and alpacas and everything out there. All right, big sign up ahead. Okay, we're in Lebanon now. We're crossing into Franklin right now. We're in Franklin, Connecticut. And I have a gentleman right on my bumper, so I'm going to turn around just to shake this guy off. And we can get a view of that beautiful landscape. I was here earlier, but this time I'm pointing the other direction at that beautiful house. I got something in the back of my mind. I hope it pays off, but there is a potential incredible view. I don't want to build it up too much in case it doesn't, in case I'm mistaking this place, this road, with another one. But let's see. To my left, there you get your big silos and everything. Beautiful house. But I'm going to try to work my way up to the top of this really big hill with this jaw-dropping view. If I'm going to back in, I mean, this is private residence, okay? Guy right on my tail. I'm going to try to back in just to get a view of this landscape. That's kind of nice right there. Just lock in on that thing for a second. All right. One good thing about video, you can pause the thing and then just kind of look at some of these beautiful views and really take your time. But I got to keep my eyes open for this. Forget the name of the road, but when I see it, I'll know it. Beautiful wide open spaces, farmland, huge farm to my left. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to look for a name. I don't see a name. There's usually, these farms usually have names attached on a, it would be on a big sign in front of it. I did not catch that back there. But let's see if I can get to this place. This miracle view. I haven't been up there in years, probably 5, 6, 7 years. That's why I'm not 100% sure that it's there, that I'm going on the right road. I'll find out soon enough. Okay, what is that? I think this might be it. Rindy Road. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody, because this could be what I'm looking for. If it isn't, that's kind of a problem. Rindy, Rindy Road. I'm descending. I should be going uphill, but I'm actually going downhill. That tells me, okay, I think now I know where I am. Yeah, this is not the road I'm looking for. So I'm going to turn around. There is a really incredible stream. For photographers, people that fish also, obviously, but for photographers, is absolutely beautiful stream right there in front of us, directly in front of us. I'm going to turn around, but directly in front of us is a train bridge and a beautiful stream. It seems to be flowing nicely right now. I used to come up here and take pictures of that thing all the time, but I'm going to turn around. Wow. The fact that this isn't the hill that I was thinking about is a problem. That means we might not find this thing. But I'm not giving up. So right here on Rindy Road, I mean, whether you're a photographer, or whether you fish, whether you do anything, if you want to take a little hike, park on the side of the street somewhere up here and just walk around and look at that thing. It's like something out of Yankee like the Yankee magazine cover for stereotypical New England scenery. Words can't describe it. You got to get out. You got to get out of the vehicle, walk around and look at it, and you'll flip out. That's how beautiful. That little spot back there. It's incredible. But unfortunately for us, it's not the dream spot that I was talking about. We might not be able to find that. I'm not giving up, like I said, but I thought it was on this road. Gonna have to think this over. Very tight turn right here, 15 miles per hour. All right. We're back out. We're getting back to the road that we took that little detour. Wait a minute. Champion Road. Oh, all right. One minute I'm on Rindy, the next minute I'm on Champion. Again, I don't know the streets around here. Okay, what's this? Here's another road. This is not it. Smith Road. I don't think that's it. We're currently on Lebanon Road. Okay, what is this? No, Smith Road. Yep, that's just a little neighborhood back there. I have a sense that the road that I'm looking for obviously would be to my left, but I just have a feeling I've gone too far. Wait a minute, there's a left up here. It doesn't look... If memory serves me, probably is not it. But what is the name of this thing? Murphy Road. I don't think so. I'll try it, but we got to look at the giant silos and farm. No, this is not it. I don't think. Hey, any way you slice it, we're covering more territory, right? Murphy Road. Wow, brand new bridge up here on Murphy Road. Bob's Discount Furniture has a warehouse back here. I did not know that. I'm going to turn around here, because this ain't it. I mean, this could be a massive wild goose chase, because I can't. It just seems like it's off this road, but I just don't. I don't recall the name of the road. It's been years, like I said. But maybe we'll get lucky. All right, we got to get off Murphy Road, and we got to get on to Lebanon Road, which we're on now. I'm running out of space. I don't think we're going to be able to. Do not think we are going to be able to see what I wanted to see, what I was talking about back there. That's a shame. I'll keep looking. But I mean, I'm practically in Norwich again. This is... Let me take another... I'm going to look around a little bit more. As long as my battery holds out in this camera, which it should, as long as the camera doesn't malfunction or anything of that nature. Let's take another shot at finding this beautiful location that I'm talking about. I've come to the realization that we might not find it. I say we. I should say I might not find it. I'm on Route 32 right now. I'm heading towards Franklin. If I keep going straight, I'll hit Willimantic, Connecticut. Speed limit on this thing is 50 miles per hour, so they cranked it quite a bit. This is the road when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. Used to drive up to the Shaboo in Mansfield, Connecticut. It was one of the most iconic nightclubs in New England for sure, probably the country. I mean, everybody played there. It was an absolutely incredible club. I got a video where I did a drive. I recreated the drive from Norwich to the Shabu again on my YouTube channel. Check it out. All right, I'm going to take a right. It might not work out. This jaw-dropping view. Wait a minute, Baltic. This is probably a mistake. There's no way this view is up here. Wow, that Victorian house in front of us has always been, kind of a famous place for antiques and things. They sell there. They used to sell. I don't know if it's still in operation. Okay, I'm on Baltic Road right now. I don't know. I'll put in a little bit more time on the road here, but at some point I'm going to have to just give up. And I'm going to have to do a little research and try to find the name of this. Maybe I can use Google Earth to find the location. I have photographs that I took up there years ago, landscape photography, and maybe I can look at the data from when I did those pictures and see if I can trace my way back. But maybe if we get lucky, we'll be able to absorb some nice scenery on this road, this Baltic Road. There's cows out in the field to my left, laying down. Beautiful sky right now. Nice red barn in front of us. That's kind of, I'm going to slow down. That's a beautiful scene right there. Nobody on my tail. I don't have to worry about it. All right, so I'm happy about this. Whoa, wait a minute. That sole house on that hill right to the left. I'm heading uphill. Let's see here. There's a dead end Audette Road, Hearthstone Farm. Okay, this isn't what I'm looking for, but it's kind of similar. We'll get another look at a barn. I'll turn around up here. And we'll get some nice views coming down this hill, that's for sure. Dead end. I gotta turn around right here. I'm gonna back out so we can see that nice building in front of us right there. The sunlight shining off the metal roof. Okay, there's a really panoramic view of, that's got to be Lebanon and Franklin to our right there. That's where we came from, Lebanon and Franklin. Back on Baltic Road. Well, we did get a decent view coming down that hill back there. That's good. It's not the view I was talking about, but I'll take it. All right, let me take a look at what is the name of this road? Plains Road. More cows over there to my right. Okay, I know where we are. You know what? The view I was talking about, we're not going to be able to do it, but there's a view up ahead here, a little ways, that is an absolute 100% guarantee. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to drive there right now. It is not the one I had in my mind. I'm going to do some research and figure out exactly where that is. But this one up here, maybe a mile and a half up the road, is spectacular. Absolutely, positively spectacular. And I think once I get up there, maybe I'll end the video. Oh, wow. We're heading into Sprague. We are in Sprague, Connecticut right now. On Willimantic Road. And right up ahead is a business. Baltic Greenhouse Nursery. Beautiful looking nursery back there to my left. Big cemetery to my right. What's the name of this? So old monuments in there. St. Mary's Cemetery. All right, we're going to head up to that 100% guaranteed incredible view. If I kept going straight, I'd be in Baltic. This is Plain Hill Road that I'm turning onto. That's where that view I'm talking about is. Now, I have to potentially back into a private driveway, private property, so I'm hoping things work out. Believe me, after I promised that miracle view back there that we didn't get to see, I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to hone in on this thing. This is quite a hill. We're going straight up. Okay, yeah. That view is coming up, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to point this camera. Let's see what we got. I could always park, get out of the car, pull the camera off the vehicle. There's some nice views right there. There's cows. You'll notice this is Spielman Farm. There's cows directly to my right. They're feeding right now. right there. See him? Oh man, they're all over the place. But now I got to figure out a way to... There's little calves in those white containers back there. Okay, this view is to my right, so that means I got to back in to a private driveway, which I'm going to do right now. Told you guys I was going to do this, so let's do it. There it is. A sweeping panoramic view. I'm going to turn this car a little bit. I don't want to get in an accident here. But anyways, there's a nice view right there. All right, let me whip out of here. Whoa, I got lucky. No traffic either way. As we continue down Plain Hill Road, but I'm gonna have to close up shop. There's another cool farm up here. Let's get a look at that, and then we'll shut this thing down and call it a day. It's 3 o'clock. I covered a decent amount of territory. I mean, my goal was Lebanon Green. I mean, we got that in the books for sure, but what is this? Leaving Sprague. Okay, we're leaving Sprague, now we're in Norwich. We're back in Norwich. I am on Plain Hill Road. This is interesting. I've been driving up Plain Hill Road. You guys are aware of that. Now I am taking a right. And I'm taking a right, and it continues down Plain Hill Road. There's a sign. It says Plain Hill Road. This is the corner of Plain Hill Road and Plain Hill Road. I'm not kidding. All right, there's a really nice farm or barn to my right. Right there. Hope you can get a glance at it. A lot of cars around there for some reason. The place is usually empty. I mean, there's usually no cars around there. I don't know what's going on. And there's another really old colonial house. Let's see, right there, that red home to the right. Let me see if there's a date on it. I'm not seeing a date. Nope. All right, one final really nice view, and I'm going to close it up. Farm View Drive in Norwich, all new homes, brand new construction. But there's a really beautiful view up here. Look at those houses, really nice, credible construction. These are probably some of the nicest houses in Norwich. Look at that sky right there. That house on the right, I'll show it to you. Right there with that red barn. That's my favorite house in Norwich, I think. It's top 3, that's for sure. It's been a great ride. I'm glad you came along. Thanks for joining me, folks. Now that is a spectacular view. I'm sorry, I cut back in. I never do that, but I'm cutting back in for that earth-shattering view of that beautiful farmland. I think it was well worth it. Beautiful sky right now. I'm glad we got that in, but time to close up shop once again. And for the second time, I say goodbye. Thanks for joining me, folks.